If you watch me for longer, you can actually notice that I like to talk about these things. I really like to talk about the BOP in Assetto Corsa Competizione, and I really like to talk about the impact at the game itself. And recently, we got a big thing happening. The community taking care of the BOP in the game. Especially talking about low fuel motorsport being like the main protagonist right now, taking care of the custom BOP in the game. Community in control. And so far, obviously, some other leagues are also following the footsteps of the low fuel motorsport. We are about 2 weeks in the low fuel motorsport ACC BOP. And I would like to know, first of all, your opinion. How do you feel about it? And I would like to also share my thoughts in the past 2 weeks. So guys, let me know in the comments, how do you feel about this ACC BOP? I saw some posts on Reddit already asking about it. I saw some posts on the Twitter, obviously on my Discord as well. But for me, it's a bit easier, you know, because like for me, the BOP has been talked for the past 5 years, you know, always fighting with the developers, always fighting with the ACC, trying to make it better, you know. Guys, I love ACC for... I mean, obviously, I love it. I have over 4,000 hours in this game. I played for 5 years now, since the beginning. And obviously, it's just obvious I'm the biggest fan of this game, or one of the biggest fans of this game. And I really want it to be good. I want it to be successful. But unfortunately, in the last, I would say, year and a half, we obviously find out that the game will not live forever in a way. That ACC is like originally was very limited. It was Blank Paint / GT World Challenge series. I think at the beginning they said it's gonna be like 2 years of updates. We got 4 years, almost 5 years of updates. And in the last, I think 18 months, if you were playing ACC, you might have noticed a little bit of decline of like an interest from like a developer side. I'm not saying like they gave up on us or something, but like you can see like a decrease when compared to like 2 years ago, it went really low now. Obviously, Kuno's working on the AC2 and who knows what else, which is amazing for our future. But the question for me is, what's gonna actually happen to ACC? What is actually the future of the game? But about that later. First now talk about my POV on the LFM BOP. So far I have been playing Low Fuel Motorsport BOP for past 2 weeks. I also signed up for Renwilton League or Esports Series when there's also custom BOP. And I'm also going to be doing Apex Online Racing, which is starting next week on Mondays with custom BOP as well. And so far, I must say, I'm really liking it. You can really tell that this is like a new thing and they are at the beginning. But especially LFM seems like it's doing a very good job because they are instantly getting feedback and instantly working on the fixes and updates. So if there is like, for example, we had like a week 1 basically, and it seems like the 4A8 has been really fast. Aston as well, on the Nürburgring I'm talking about. And instantly it got fixed, you know, basically next week update right away. And I think this is how it's supposed to be like 5 years ago already. How amazing ACC could have been already 5 years ago if the community would have this ability that we are having now with making our own custom BOP. So I think it's really good. I obviously noticed some people are not very happy because, for example, someone was driving Ferrari and now on some track it has like extra 30 kilos, for example, and on next track it has -1 kilo and so on. But guys, this is all made to make the cars closer together. So I understand if you are not very happy with you being suddenly slower than you were 2 weeks ago. I also got slower, by the way. But it means the cars are much closer together, so everyone has the same chances or similar chances to win the races. Obviously, back to what I was saying, you can notice there are some mistakes left and right, or like cars under the radar, you know, like the cars that got not like maxed, you know. So we saw, for example, on Nürburgring, I think Aston Martin and Ferrari 4A8 was a little bit faster, and then they fixed it right away, LFM. So for the next round, it's gonna be much better, you know. And I must say, my first impression was like really shocking because I did like 2 races on Nürburgring, and it was like, it blew my mind. It was so awesome, super close racing. We were like several laps, like top 7, right behind each other, you know, fighting. Then I did a custom BOP race, which was a little bit different than LFM. It was on a Renvelten. It was like an esport race. We did it on Nürburgring as well. It was insane, like absolutely insane racing. It actually like built up in me like refreshment, you know, of racing now. You know, obviously I can also understand some people not being happy because suddenly they are slower. I have the same problem, you know, like I'm like, oh my god, man, I was like on Paul Ricard 3/10 slower than before, and I just could not find any pace out of the car compared to my teammates. So it also struck me a bit with like the negativity. But otherwise, guys, I'm like a fanboy. I waited for so many years for this. And I feel like in like half a year, we can have such a great BOP in a game, and it's gonna be closer. It's also like, it's not taking away the good things from the cars. So if your car is better on brakes, or better in corners, or better on straight, it will still be the same. So like you could see Bentley, for example, flying on the straights on the Paul Ricard, like first half of the straight, great acceleration, great on the brakes, but very slow in the corners, still as it should be. So yeah, pretty good, pretty good. I'm actually like, honestly, I'm loving it. I would like to know your opinion, guys. I also wanted to ask like some of the questions about the future of ACC. I actually had that on my stream the other day on Sunday. Make sure to check our streams, guys. Really cool racing there. We did a community race on Sunday, and I had a question in the chat, and I started talking about it, like a little TED talk. We were talking about like, how is ACC Future looking like? And I'm like so confused at that part because, yes, we got a 1.9 update in April, something like that. And then we were getting like 4 weeks of updates every single day, fixes and everything. And personally, for the past 3-4 months, nothing. Zero. There was actually, I remember I read posts where it was written that we're gonna have more, like, we're gonna know the future of the game. We will know what's gonna happen. We're gonna, like, I was just like, I thought this is gonna be like that, you know, like, that, like, the new, like, the tire model and everything is gonna be like a big thing and such. But literally it was like a month after 1.9 and then nothing. And the communication was always big flaw. In the past 3 years, 2.5 years in this game, but now it's like dead, and I'm like really confused as a player. Like, what does it mean? Like, is ACC, like, what is the future of ACC looking like? And I remember there was some talk like 1.5 years ago where they said we're gonna get GT2s, like the GT2 class, which I'm not sure like if you're looking forward to GT2 because I see the state of GT4, but hey, if they got us more cars and we can work with the BOP again, maybe we'll make them great as well. We might get like even like a track or something, or I don't know. But that would be great. I feel like personally, I have a feeling that ACC is coming in like a slow decline in a way that you can see it in the players, obviously. Like the leagues are having problems to have a full grids and such, which is really sad for me to see because I remember how the peak of ACC looked like, you know, like a year or 2 years ago. It's very sad. But I have a personal feeling that as they were talking about this GT2 update, like it was mentioned several times, I have a feeling that this is going to be like a last update we're going to get in ACC. Because 2024, Assetto Corsa 2 is supposed to release, which is the main next thing from Kunos. And I have a personal feeling that we will see like GT2 update with maybe like 1, 2, or 3 tracks. Maybe 1 track, maybe, because we got Valencia with 1.9. So maybe 1 track. And we will get some GT2 cars, and I think that's gonna be like it. That's gonna be like, hey guys, we are like done, you know, with ACC. And I also watched a video on YouTube where there was a rumor that SRO license was acquired by iRacing. Can anybody confirm me this, guys? I think it was a cryptic video. Apparently, he was saying that, I think it was him. Sorry if I missed. Sorry. I think I saw in a video or heard it in a video that he said that the iRacing got SRO license. What does it actually mean for us as a players in ACC?
Now, if you guys haven't heard, iRacing apparently now is going to have the SRO license, which, I mean, isn't great news for ACC, to be honest, because you can only imagine what they're going to do with that, man.
If you're wondering why I'm a bit nervous about this, is because I played Project Cars 2, and Project Cars 2, whatever your opinion on the game is, it was a lot of fun, it had a really strong community, and it really reminded me ACC community in a way. But then developers basically officially said, okay, we are done with this game, guys. There's nothing more happening from us. No more updates, nothing. And the Project Cars 2, after like 6 months, literally died. Like completely died. And I'm really worried because ACC is like, in the past 20 years, I'm sim racing, or 18 years I'm sim racing. ACC has been the best game for me and the most passionate I've ever been to sim racing. And the game, I was like, this is the game, you know, I love this sim. But I'm really afraid of the future because I feel like as soon as the developers don't care about it too much and they will focus on another target, you know, the game is gonna die, you know, like in future. But obviously, I hope not. But do you guys think we're gonna get transition from ACC to AC2? Or do you think it's gonna be completely two different things? Or I'm just like being crazy right here? Because I personally think, because they said that I think Q2 or Q3 or something like that, next year should be AC2, but we haven't seen any pictures, we haven't seen any info, we haven't seen any videos, nothing from it. My question basically is, do you guys think that next year might be like last year of ACC and then we will just transition to like AC2 or maybe something else? Because I'm really like, as a player, I'm really confused right now, right here, because I obviously know the first focus on ACC. I think developers did not expect ACC to be as popular as it is. And because of that, the game got more updates and more updates and more updates. But they obviously have to focus on the next projects as well, which is completely understandable from my side. But yeah, guys, like, let me know what you think. Like, I really hope... I hope I'm not negative about this video, guys. I'm actually very hyped because, first of all, I'm loving the LFM BOP. I think it brought a more life into the game as well, because when I did Renwell 10, it was fantastic. Now I'm looking forward so much for AOR because it might be great as well. But I feel like this winter for me will be like a show-off how the future will look like in this game. And I personally think either this winter or Q1 next year, I think personally we're gonna get like next ACC update, which let's say it's gonna be GT2 and Red Bull Ring. That's my crazy assumption. And then it's gonna be like, you know, guys, we are done with this game. We may be even losing the license or something, or we are continuing with the license, but it's gonna be AC2, which is gonna be like, I don't know, modded game. It's gonna be same as AC1, but better graphics, better this, better that, better that. So yeah, what do you guys think? I personally like, I would love ACC not to die and grow, but I know it's impossible looking at how everything is. So I'm really putting all my hopes into Assetto Corsa 2 because I really, really hope it's gonna be as good as ACC or better, you know, like better multiplayer, better netcode. Physics could be the same basically. And then, yeah, better driver swap. And we have a perfect game. And mods. And we are done, you know. So, guys, yeah, let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I don't even want to call it like a rant or something. I'm like a really happy player, and I'm just reading internet and reading Discords and reading Twitter, and I'm like, how is it actually gonna look in the future? You know, what can I expect? You know, should I play every single day ACC right now to enjoy it for the last few weeks, months, years, you know? So yeah, I really hope it's gonna be not the same thing with the Project Cars 2, because honestly, guys, that was really, really hard. But the good thing was when Project Cars 2 died, ACC took over. So now I'm thinking maybe ACC will die so AC2 can exist or something. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you, by the way, also LFM for their work, because I think without LFM, I can't even imagine how ACC would look like now. So thank you. And thank you very much for watching. Subscribe.